we have several key things to remember, which is the legal basis for the trade agreement, and they are found in HTS US, Harmonized Tariff Schedule of the United States, General Note 27. Additionally, they are found in 19 CFR Part 10, which should be a familiar part by now, Subpart M. M is in Mary, which covers sections 10, 761 through 768. So those are the regular. One more thing. In addition to that, also you have the specialty provisions, which are found in chapter in the specialty chapters, chapter 98 and chapter 99, and the headings that we are talking about is 98.22 and 99.12. All right, so if if you see a question on Morocco Free Trade Agreement, or also known as Morocco Free Trade, yeah, I think it's called just Morocco. Usually the name of the law is Implementation Act or something like that. It's pretty much straightforward. It just says Morocco Free Trade Agreement. So if you see a question, you are likely to be tested somewhere in this spectrum of regulatory body. Now, of course, as with many things on a customs license broker exam, you are not likely to be tested on each specific subject. You are likely to be tested only on particular key things. So those are the stuff that we are going to be dwelling upon. So let's dive into the outline and see what's relevant. Summary, implementation instructions, and all the other relevant facts are provided on the CBP website. The key framework is found in the HTS US General Note 25, and if we also HTS US we have that special 99 category, right? It would be 99.0084, and we have CFR, Code of Federal Regulations, Part 10, Subpart I, 410.501 through 570. Okay, so this is the scope of the regulatory knowledge which you will need to be equipped with when you come to the customs broker exam. Let's go to the outline and see how this concept has been applied. All right, so we start off with general stuff, right? How do you qualify something for the Singapore Free Trade Agreement? Well, hey, of course, pretty much the default, if it is made in Singapore, completely 100%, then it qualifies under the Singapore Free Trade Agreement. Or it has been transformed in Singapore, in the territory of Singapore or the United States, from the non-originating material, and we're talking about the General Note 25 or tariff shifting provision. Now, if we pull up here, and here comes the unique part. Remember, like when we were discussing Morocco, when we were discussing Morocco, we were talking about. Let me see. All right. So when we were discussing Morocco, we noticed that there was like a hybrid, right? Before you jump into that 35% rule, you go into the you have to see if there is a tariff shifting rule provided for it. If it's not, then you can go to the 35% rule. For Singapore, and this is really cool because it pretty much transcends through all through all analytical establishment which we have learned so far. You have something which is called integrated sourcing initiative. So, agreement on trade in pharmaceutical products. What's so special about this particular pharmaceutical stuff? So, of course, as we all know, the pharmaceutical industry is a powerful industry. It is very dominant in the United States, and it is very good in promoting its business interests. And one way it came out in the context of customs is that the special interests that are related to pharmaceutical products, they came out in the form of this agreement on trade in pharmaceuticals, which pretty much says if this is a pharmaceutical product, irrespective of where it comes from, we're going, provided that it is qualified, we're going to give it a special treatment. So this, unlike the previous agreements we covered, which were primarily based on the country, this pharmaceutical agreement is based on the product, not the country. So what's there to know about the pharmaceutical stuff? Well, it is covered in the General Note 13, and General Note 13 is relatively small provision. As you can see, they are it's just a one short paragraph, whereas as others span across sometimes hundreds and hundreds of pages. This is just one small, This is just one small paragraph. So this one is relatively short and simple. One thing to keep in mind is, for the legal background, HTS US GN General Note 13. Then you have Pharmaceutical Appendix, and then you have special program indicator, which is marked with K as in Kevin. All right. Another thing to notice, as you learn to be a librarian within this SPI category, the Pharmaceutical Appendix is available over here. It's at the very end of the tariff. If you have the book itself, it's at the very end of the book. And one thing about the Pharmaceutical Appendix you need to know is you need to learn how to browse through this. So here's a pharmaceutical appendix. Pharmaceutical appendix is comprised of two tables.